Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk about some photos that I took during my trip to Tokyo, Aomori, and Hokkaido. I'm just gonna talk without a script. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the photos I've taken, what I like, what I didn't like, and explain how I take photos in Japan, in cities, but also in more rural type areas. So, without any further ado, let's start with this photo that I've taken at Mount Moima in Sapporo. So I was like on an observation deck on the mountain, and I think you can see the city quite well. It's very big. Lots to do in Sapporo, and what I like about this photo is that there's a clear distinction of a foreground and a background. So the green trees make for a nice contrast against the more gray, bluish sky and city. Though I must say I don't like this shot too much, because I'm just not a big fan of like huge shots or like a lot of area, I guess. I like more close-up shots, and I don't have the necessary lens to capture all of that beauty in a nice way. So I'm not a big fan of bigger landscapes, but I must say I do like this photo as it gives you a good overview of the city and the surrounding area, and it definitely captures an impression, I would say. Next photo is a random photo I took at night. I thought it looked like a Mexican standoff of these two cats. Though I didn't focus properly with my camera. I shoot on a very old Lumix digital camera. Not that old, but I would say like 2005, around that time. So the resolution for most of these photos isn't gonna be that good, and if they're taken at night, there's a good chance they're very blurry. I'm not good at night photography, so I apologize. But I just thought it was a silly photo of two cats chilling. This was in the outskirts of Sapporo, up a big mountain, where my accommodation was. It was a log cabin. It's very nice, and right next to us was a little house. It was like a little farm, and there were like 5 cats. And you can see these two duking it out on the street at night, I suppose. This was on our way from Furano to Monbetsu, and on the way we stopped by Bie, which is known for the Shirogane Aoige, the blue pond. I think it was due to the high amount of sulfur and some other physical processes that I don't know anything about. It gets this kind of color. It looks way more impressive during winter or autumn, where you can actually see the blueness of the pond more. I don't think this picture does it justice that much. It looked way more pretty in real life for sure, but I still do like the blue tones and the green tones in this picture. I think they harmonize pretty well. I like the tree branches on the left and right as well. Kind of gives it a good frame. And it's like the switching from the blue of the river to the white birch trees to the green of the forest to the white of the clouds, and then again the blue of the sky. I think the colors are very well done. So yeah, this was from my plane. I think this is actually after I woke up. It's very pretty up there. Clouds they always look very yummy, and I always want to, like, when I look at them I want to eat them. But yeah, this was on the plane to Japan. I like how the sky looks because of the atmosphere, you know. It's more blue at the bottom and very dark at the top. Makes for a very nice gradient. And I actually like how noisy this photo is. It has a certain vibe to it that I can't really describe, but I really like this photo, and it reminds me of my first plane ride ever. That was to Japan. I was very excited, and I really like this photo. More clothes photos. I think this was when we were above Kazakhstan, I think, or Mongolia. I can't really tell because we were very high up, but it looked very, very intimidating. I was thinking, if our plane crashed here, we would be in the middle of nowhere because there's nothing here except for like hot desert, I guess. Also a picture of some yummy clouds. Very dirty window. But yeah, let's continue. This was in either Shinjuku or Akihabara. I don't really remember. I think it was Shinjuku though. A nice bridge that I found. Not much to it. In retrospective, I don't really like the photo that much. It's just not symmetrical enough for me. I'm very particular about symmetry when I take photos. So yeah. This as well. I don't really like the perspective / symmetry. I feel like it feels too cut off at the bottom. It makes my brain very unsatisfied because like it's not enough to make me curious or to make my brain fill in the gaps or what is not there. So it's just kind of annoying that there's not much to work with on the bottom. I wish there was just a little bit more street so you can tell that the street is like continuing. I also don't like the what I did there in terms of perspective. Everything's kind of tilted to the right. I don't really like. Could have used some lens correction, but then again, I'm a bit lazy. I had like 700 photos and I already cut that down to 250. And editing 250 photos primarily on the phone is it's pretty hard. Yeah, I mostly put these photos on my phone using like a SD card adapter, and I did some light editing on OnePlus. I use a OnePlus phone, and they have some nice presets that go very well with my camera, giving it a film / retro kind of feel. So that's what I'm mostly going for. It was also in Shinjuku. This I think it was the same bridge actually as this one. Yeah, it's the pillar on the right over here. Same thing applies. I guess it's just for the memory. That's kind of why I took this picture, because I thought this looks cool. All of the stickers, they give a very cool vibe. Actually, when I walked from here to here, the taxi was still standing here, very slow. But yeah, I really like the stickers. I didn't necessarily take this photo for composition because I saw good composition. I just really like the stickers. It's very cool to me. Then we have this was a 5-minute walk in Tokyo from our accommodation, where you can see the Tokyo skytree very clearly. We stayed in a rather residential area, and I like the blend of very utilitarian architecture mixed with the skytree, mixed with these utility poles, which unlike normal utility poles, they go like this, right? For some reason they go crazy here. They're like these metal bars, and they get like redirected, and I think this slices up the picture in a very fun way. I like the shapes here and here, like the big, you can see big tiles almost of the photo. Like this is a big tile and there's another tile, and you know, these, I thought it looks very nice. I think it's a good impression of Tokyo as well, especially the more residential areas with lots of apartments, and I really like this. Also, green car. There's nothing cooler than a green car. I don't like how everything is tilted to the right though. Could have used some lens correction in Lightroom or Photoshop or something. But I just didn't have my I don't have a laptop. I only have a big PC tower. So I couldn't really go in depth most of these edits. And honestly, I didn't want to because I'm lazy. I just like taking photos for composition if I see something cool. This was in Shinjuku as well, I think. This was when we grabbed a drink, and I thought I liked the way how these vending machines kind of lined up, and you know, like the graffitis on the tunnel, and like it looks kind of run down, which I do kind of like, but I also like the harmony of the vending machine, like red, and then we have like green. You have like a pipe up here. We have like a little bit of green on like the outskirts of the photo, which I really liked. And yeah, we grabbed some drinks here. It was very useful. You could drop your drink that you drank in here, like the can, to get rid of it so you don't have to walk around with it. It was very nice. And I bought this a lot. This is Fanta Grape, favorite drink that I used to grab for like 150 yen. These machines, they're very good. I might have drank too much though. Anyways, this was from a train station in Tokyo. I don't think I have much to say. It's an okay picture, I think. I don't think that much about it. One thing though is that there's a stain, I think, here, which I unfortunately didn't notice. So actually there's this stain in a lot of photos, especially horizontal ones. With the vertical ones you kind of don't notice, but with horizontal ones, especially with like the skyline, it is pretty noticeable, especially in the Aomori photos. The stain appears a lot, and for most of the Hokkaido photos actually, my travel partner my travel buddy took most of the photos with his Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, I think that's what it's called. So not many photos taken with my camera, or just my phone, which is a OnePlus CE3 5G Lite. I think phone names aren't getting shorter exactly, aren't they? But yeah, I did take some photos. So there's different types of photos. I also bought a film camera in Iwamizawa, Hokkaido, and went to a store in Asahikawa called Kitamura Camera, where I shocked the store employee because the camera I bought uses 40-year-old APS film made by Kodak, which isn't produced nowadays. And if you find it nowadays, it has a red shift on it, like everything is a little bit red. He was very shocked that I had that camera, because it's so old, or uses such an old film. So I wish I could have taken some pictures with those, with the film camera, but I will definitely do it next time I come, and then I'll show all of you how Japan looks through a film camera. I'm very excited for that. If I find some film. If not, I'll buy a different camera. Anyways, enough talking. This was at the same train station. Yeah, nothing. Excuse me, I yawned. I'm getting sleepy. Nothing too crazy. Just a train station in Tokyo. I found a Pikachu vending machine. This was in Asakusa when we were walking towards the station near Skytree from Sensoji Temple at the evening. We found this vending machine. There's 3 of them. There's 3 Pikachu vending machines, and I really liked it. I don't know if they had grape Fanta though, so that's pretty disappointing, but yeah. This photo was taken at night, so it's a bit blurry because I'm a noob, but let's move on. It was also in Asakusa. I don't like the perspective much. Not much symmetry. It was also taken in Asakusa on the same stroll to the vending machines. Skytree, very nice. And I like how shapy how shapy this photo is. Lots of big square rectangles. I like it. I do not really like this photo. And this photo is okay. I took 3 photos at Sensoji of the temple, 2 of which I didn't like, so it's just this one. This one's okay, but I'm not a big fan of like temples or other places that are where there's too many tourists. When I take photos of places like this, I like it when it's more quiet and lonely, so I can think about what kind of place is this, and if I think about what kind of place this is, I can take a better photo, which makes a better impression of the place, and more for me personally, a better impression, a more like personal impression of the place. Like the way you take photos says a lot about yourself too, which I personally can't achieve if there's a lot of people and I can't move that freely. And fortunately there was not many people here. There were more around here. There were a lot of like booths and stands where you can buy stuff. I almost bought a 4,000 yen Shiba Inu bag because it was very cute. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it though. I told the employee that I would come back later, but I never came back. We just took a stroll through Sensoji, and that was basically it. Didn't do that much here, as we don't like crowded touristy areas. I mean, but it's nice to have seen it once, I guess, because it is very iconic. This was in Oshiage, in Sumida Ward, where our accommodation was. I like rectangle. I like the way these utility poles make rectangles, like a lot of them. Also like it's a bit grainier, but like blurrier, and it's at night. A lot of my photos I try to capture an impression rather than objective quality. If I would care about that, I would have bought a better modern camera. I don't like the perspective though. It's a bit too whoop to me. I like how it's more straight. Personally. But yeah. This was... Oh, it's gonna get tricky now. It might have been in Oshiage on our way to this country. Or it might have been in Edogawa. I'm thinking about Edogawa because of the way the sidewalks are built. But feel free to correct me. This was a pretty nice area. I like it a lot. And with a lot of Japan pictures, you will notice later as well, in a lot of my pictures. If you remove a lot of the utility pole, a lot of the composition gets lost, actually. Like, if you imagine this image without utility pole, it would just be normal town. But when you put utility pole, you think, oh, it's Japan. That kind of thing. And yeah, what I really like about Japan personally is that there's a lot of buildings with lots of different colors. There's a lot of pink buildings when I was on Shinkansen. Even in rural areas, there's buildings with lots of different colors. And it's super fun to look at the different way the small buildings are built. Because they're very vertical. They don't have much of this space, but not of this space. So it's fun to see how they're built, and like different roof as well, different type of window. It was very fun to take a look. This was in Edogawa though. I love this composition. Finally, everything is kind of up straight in a parallel line, which makes me very happy. My brain gets very happy. So in Edogawa, there was a lot of like these kind of rounded sidewalks in Edogawa. It's very pretty. I really like the vibe. Once again, utility poles, and especially these 2 traffic lights help frame the shot very well. I think it guides the view, in my opinion, very well. It was in Oshiage again. a bit too slanted to the right because I don't like that. But I really like how these buildings looked. They look very traditional, but at the same time they look very modern, apartment style type of thing. Yeah, not much to it, just a picture. This was also on the same way to Yoichi, little residential area in Oshiage. I really like this photo. It's very simple, but the colors, it's kind of glowy, like they glow a little bit because the sun was shining a lot. I really like this photo. It looks nostalgic, even though it was taken in 2024. I think it's also because of these like red undertones. I don't know how it happened, but I like the vibe. It's like this. This was when I walked to a konbini. I love famichiki, so I walked to a konbini at night to get famichiki, and I saw some beautiful flower on the way. And I like taking photos at night with a flashlight, so it's very nice. Also, this I like grain. I like grain and blurriness in my photos. I don't know why, it just looks kind of cool. And here we have a very odd looking utility pole that looks like it's gonna break in 2 seconds. Once again taken with flashlight. I like it a lot. Another flower from Konbini Run. This was in Akihabara. It's from I like Blue Archive. There was a lot of Blue Archive in Japan, and I like the way it's kind of like it goes up, like up, 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 up here. It's very nice. I like the composition. It looks very big, and I liked it a lot. I didn't like Akihabara much because there's lots of small stores and many people, so it's a bit bothersome to go like buy something, because you also have to wait a lot, and you can't look at everything because there's people standing. I mean, I did ask to go through when there was people blocking away, but it's still very bothersome, and it makes for shopping experience that I don't really like. I like when there's empty store and I can talk to the clerk, to recommendations, and I don't like many people. This was not taken in 1934. This was taken in 2024. It's probably one of my favorite pictures from this trip. It's very, very low resolution since it is cropped and rotated. But I like, it's probably, I think this only black and white picture I took on my trip to Japan. This was in Asakusa, and I just like the vibe. Reminds me of Beatles. Like Beatles crossing the street. It's very nice, and yeah, I like it a lot. This was near Kamedo, a bus stop in Kamedo. At 11 p.m. we thought, let's go to Saizeria. And then we went to Saizeria at Kamedo, like a bus stop or station, I don't remember. It's very nice. The food was good. It was late at night, and I was very surprised that up to 11 p.m. students and also old people and like working people, like all type of people, are still awake in Tokyo at 11. I'm from a rural area, so basically after like 5 or 6 p.m. all of the stores are closed and there's no one on the streets. So I was very surprised people still go to eating at 11 p.m. Even though it's so far. Took this photo while walking, so everything is a bit blurry, but I don't mind. I guess. Also, yeah, a lot of artifacts, because this is an old camera, so there's a lot of weird stuff going on, but I like it a lot. Oh, it's getting tricky now. I don't know. I don't know if this was in Sapporo or Tokyo. I think it was in Tokyo. It might have been in Ishikawa. Correct me if I'm wrong though. This is the first time the asymmetry doesn't bother me that much. It just looks curved. It's a goofy photo. It looks like from a game. Like curved like this. So like it's not a straight line, which would usually annoy me. For some reason I like this kind of. Not the best photo I took though. What I do like is a lot of light white tones though. This guy's very white, this is white, this is white, this is white. This is kind of grey white-ish. So this stands out a lot more in this too. This was from Shinkansen. I do not know where this is. Might have been Saitama or Sendai or wherever. We went with Shinkansen from Tokyo to Aomori. I have no clue. I don't know where this is. I just took it on the way. Picture. I think it's very nice. This was in Asahikawa. Very nice. I love Asahikawa. I would love to come here again. It felt nostalgic for no reason. It just feels nice. And we also ate here. We ate at Yakiniku Majima. We ate Wagyu. It was very good. They give you a grill and you can grill yourself. And there was also curtains around the table. So it was very nice to have more privacy while eating. I really enjoy it. I wish more restaurants did it. Because not all of them do, but some do. And it's always very nice because it feels like I can finally enjoy time with my travel buddy alone while eating some good food, while not having to worry about the waiter and everything. So also in Asahikawa, I was on our way to the photo store where I shocked the employee with my old camera. Yeah. So I was also in Asahikawa from the bridge to the camera store. These are both the photos. They usually look more green, but I made the green a little bit more yellow because I thought it looked nice. I don't know how I feel about it now. It looks okay. But when I took them, I felt like a genius. Even though I don't think they're the best photos. We do not talk about this photo. I don't know why I took it. I just thought it would be cool, but my phone is very bad at taking zoom photos. It just looks like this. But to be fair, all of my photos are being printed or developed in 10 by 15. So most of these things you probably wouldn't notice. But if you're on a big monitor or a big tablet or a big phone, you'll definitely notice. But since it's for a photo album, it's not that bad, I think. This is on the same way. This is the same like face. This was before it. Nice photo. This was all in Asahikawa. This is also in Asahikawa. One of my favorite shows actually. The wall is yellow. I like it a lot. And also like the bicycle. All kind of frames nicely into the left half, the right half. I like the fact that there's a car coming up, so very conveniently, when you're done looking at this area, your view either gets like shot here or like here, and then it like kind of spirals down. At least that's how it is for me. I like photos that take you on a little adventure. So yeah, I like this one a lot. This is also one of my favorite pictures. Once again, utility poles are saving the day in terms of like aestheticness. I like the fact that there's a taxi. Yeah, it's taxi. Taxi driving down on the street. It looks very, very, very retro. But I like all the kind of stores that there are and all the kind of like cars. And yeah, I just like it. This is another bad shot from Akihabara. This was okay. This is shot from before, but cropped. So this is even worse because it's more cropped when deleted. So this is a corrected version. A little bit of perspective correction. There it is. This was in Sapporo, in a temple. No, this was in Aomori, in a temple in the center of the city. I like how shrines in Japan, a lot of them are like even though they are in the middle of the city, there's a lot of green, and they're also like surrounded by apartment, which I think looks pretty cool. It's nice that they're integrated in this way. This was pretty sure Aomori too, on our way to our accommodation. This was Oshiage, Minaku, and Tokyo, right out of our accommodation. This was in Shinkansen. I don't know where this is. Doesn't say anywhere, but I like the way that there's something moving fast that kind of cuts the image in half. So I like that there's mostly white buildings here, and then there's color building here, so they're kind of separated. Very nice composition. I think it's a fun photo. Not a good photo, but a fun photo. This was in Aomori, near a park. It was in Oshiage, Sumiraku, on the roof of our accommodation. We had a foot bath on the roof of our accommodation, and it was we never got to try it. We always wanted to try it, but we never got to because too busy. But this one's very nice. I like it a lot. Very foggy day. This was near Odori Park in Sapporo. There's a flower garden. It's very pretty, and Sapporo has a lot of Europe style buildings. It's very nice. This was in Otaru, construction site, I think, building a new building. I think it had a certain vibe to it. I think it's pretty in its own way, even if it looks run down because it is a construction site. But man, imagine living here. Because if you look here, over there's so Otaru is a port town. This was elevated position, so you can see a lot of the town and also the water. Imagine living here. So cool. This was in Sapporo. I like the framing of the shot. It's very symmetrical and like from the front kind of view. I just like the whole framing. I like in between buildings there's lots of utility, but there's lots of air conditioned and other stuff. And yeah, I like the way this looks. I like the light. I like the vending machines in the background. There's just lots of depth, and when you look close, there's like lots of different things you discover. It's like I don't know what they're called, but where you look for one person in a picture, like that kind of game. So you find always something new, and yeah. This was Otaru as well. There were so many people in Otaru. Otaru population 100,000, but there was like twice than that in tourists. There was a lot of people having a tour, like a guy with a flag and touring through the city. And we took 30 minutes to find a parking lot. And when you found parking, we couldn't park there because it was for a store, so we had to get out. But there's so many people walking, so it took 30 more minutes to get out, and it was very annoying. We ate very nice though, very nice food. But yeah, I like the way this looks a lot. This was in Takinoe, near Monbetsu, from our accommodation. We stayed in a hostel. They were all very friendly, and I wish we could have actually talked to the hostel people, but it was after a long day, and next day is also a long day, so we just decided to go to sleep. So I'm very sorry to Takinoe people. Very sorry, Minami-san. Next time we will stay for longer, hopefully. This is a nice rural area with, you know, just a few buildings and river. It's very nice. I really like Takinoe, even though you didn't do much there. I would love to come again. This was on our way up to Otaru. No, this was in Otaru on our way up. To the left, that was where this photo was. So we walked up, and to the left where it was the construction site. We were very tired. My travel buddy and I were very tired, and I forced him to walk up here. I'm so sorry, but there's cool pictures. When we arrived up there, there was also a temple far that goes even upper, and I said, haha, why won't we go there? And he was so nice. He said like, oh yeah, we can, like, I don't really want to because I'm tired or something, but if you want to, we can go there, which was very sweet. Was just a joke though. We did not go further up because we would have died. This was in Iwamizawa, where I bought the camera and also new headphones. They're like purple gold-ish. They're very pretty. Iwamizawa, very cool. We ate there. There was lots of good food. This was on our way to Furano. This is a picture from our accommodation near the outskirts of Sapporo. I'm getting tired. On the outskirts of Sapporo. It was up the mountain. We had a camper van. This is how we went up north to more Hokkaido. And it was a very pretty area. There's the field, and here's the building with the cats after the field. And there are more log cabins. Like actually there were more log cabins. So, but I didn't see any other tourists, so I guess they're empty. But very nice area. This was in Shinjuku. Let's just say it's Shinjuku. I like the idea of IKEA and anime though. It's a very fun combination. Shiage. This was in Aomori, and here is the same problem once again. Aomori compared to Tokyo, Aomori had advantage of having mountains immediately around it, so every shot is contrasted by blue, dark blue in the background, and then white, and then bright blue, which helps with a lot of photos. You'll see after what I mean in more detail, but Aomori was very pleasant to shoot photos in. So it was more in Aomori Park, very green, very nice. Aomori Park, like the way the path goes around. This was in Tanukikoji in Sapporo. It's a shopping street with a roof. There's like 10 Tanukikoji streets, so it goes and goes and goes on. And I liked how this looked. I spent too much money at this place, let's just say. Cool thing about Tanukikoji is it was Tanukikoji 1 or 2. Compared to this looks way older, which I really like. Because there's lots of different flavor of Tanukikoji. There's some streets with more clothes shops, and some streets with more restaurants. And I like the different type of look. Like this looks way more traditional than this does. I like it a lot. This was Aomori. Once again, the mountains are helping with colors and composition. More Aomori. This was in Sapporo, on our way to a museum. Sitting area, because my tummy started hurting. So we sat down here. More Sapporo in the same area, all in that sitting area. I like on that particular day the sunshine a lot, and I don't think I like clean my lens properly, so everything is a bit bright and has a glare. And also, yeah, I didn't configure my camera perfectly, so I think it actually led to a very cool look. of a very bright, especially like this one, because of the bicycles and the greenery. It was in Sapporo. It's a shot in Sapporo. It's not that spectacular. This was same place as this, just different angle. And after I adjusted my camera setting, oh, I don't remember this place, but thank God it says Sapporo Chuoten. So this is probably in Sapporo. I do not remember where though. Like this, I actually don't remember much. I think I might kind of actually, but I don't know exactly. Was Sapporo in the sitting area that I mentioned? No clue where this is. Probably also Sapporo, but can't confirm. We're playing. Yummy, yummy clouds. I want to eat them. This was when my travel buddy stayed in our apartment, and I went out to go to Torikizoku alone. I love yakitori, so I ate some Torikizoku, and it was very nice. Blurry though because I kept walking, because I didn't want to like slow down Arion behind me. So I walked a bit slower. So I didn't stand still. I mean, more shot. I like the colors, lots of lights at night. Sapporo is very pretty at night. I like how this is, because of the clockwise and counterclockwise streetcar. There's this thing in the middle, which kind of perfectly splits the shot. And once again, we basically have a composition grid at this point. And I liked all of these lights a lot. They're very cool. The reflections. It was same place at day. Very nice, very iconic. Sapporo. This was at the beginning of Tanuki Koji. They were doing a summer festival, and we totally weren't too lazy to go there. And we totally went there and didn't just take a picture and leave. This was Shiage, same utility pole, but at day. This is Edogawa. Oh, I love Edogawa. Edogawa is such a nice place. I really enjoyed my time there. But yeah, photos that I just like, composition wise, there's not much to it. These were some shots from Edogawa. I like this shot a lot because it doesn't look like Japan at all. Looks like, I don't know, Hollywood. I don't know what Hollywood looks like, but it doesn't look like Japan because of the palms and like this kind of stuff. I think the building and the train gives it away. But yeah, maybe Philippines because it's so blurry. Maybe, I don't know. This was in, don't let me get it wrong, Kichijoji. I hope it's called that. I forgot. We went to a bunny cafe, some nice shopping streets. But yeah, it was a nice place overall. More Shiage. This was in Ginza. I didn't like Ginza. It was so hot, and there were so many rich people. Everything was expensive. I didn't want to be there. On the contrary, we have Shimokitagawa, my favorite place on this planet. This is where Bocchi the Rock takes place. So naturally, I liked it a lot. Lots of second-hand stores. So like we went to this store over here, like next to the station, there's just a second-hand store. A lot of second-hand stores. I really liked my stay in Shimokitagawa. It was honestly one of the best places I've been to in Japan. There were just so many nice restaurants, and there are so many nice people and secondhand stores. You can find some gems. We went to a yakitori restaurant called Genpachi. I highly recommend it. Just don't order liver or heart. I ordered liver without knowing it was liver. The texture is just a bit too weird to me. I'm just used to eating like chicken thigh or breast, so it was a bit weird to me. I mean, if you eat that, that's normal, but for me, it was a little bit yucky. But I do appreciate the fact that they use all of the part of the chicken and not just one part and throwing everything else away. That was very nice, but not my type of taste. This was across the holy site from Bochi the Rock, where they took the band photo, where they jumped up. If you want to see a picture of me in front of this, you should look at my Twitter. Scroll down a little bit and you can find lots of pictures from Japan. Me on it. You want to see how it looks up close. But yeah, Moishimo Kitazawa. Pretty much after Asakusa, I just stopped putting a warm kind of film filter on my photos and just took them as is, which I guess is also good. Like, it really depends what type of person you are. But yeah, Moishimo Kitazawa. Lots of fights, alley, not alley, road, alley, I don't know, street. Lots of secondhand stores. Very nice at evening. I got a very nice big size of pizza in Shiwakitazawa. It's very good. And after taking Shinkansen, we are finally in Aomori. This just satisfied my need for symmetry and shapes. So I took the photo. Aomori, this was at Shin-Aomori station, where the Shinkansen goes. But if you actually want to go to Aomori, you have to go to Aomori station, not Shin-Aomori station. That's where you have to go for a combination. Here we go. This was right when I left the bus with my travel buddy in Aomori, before we arrived at our apartment. Here you can see in action how well the blue mountain in the distance makes the shot look. I feel like this is just such a good shot because I literally just whipped out my camera with one hand. It's very small, so you can just grip it with one hand and put the trigger button with your thumb, and then boom, this picture. And I'm very proud that I turned on this phone. I was on a bridge in Aomori, on our way to like the center kind of area. Yeah, stains. I'm so sad because of the stain. So yeah, some nice pictures, no filter, just very low ISO, if I remember. Put it lower in Aomori for some reason. So of course I got some different results. But I like all of these. They're all a bit closer to a specific subject. They're like actually like saying something, not just like a lot of pretty stuff. Framing is better. This was at our accommodation out of the window. It's very nice residential area. This was in Aomori in a temple. God, I wish I could have waited for that guy to go away. Would have been so nice. But yeah, you can see the thing with apartments surrounding temple kind of thing that I talked about. I think it's very nice. Why is this cap so bright? Wow. Cool cap. More from the temple. Sapporo. More Sapporo. More Sapporo. From the sitting area in Sapporo. These were also from the sitting area in Sapporo. So you can see a lot of Sapporo, bright pictures, and yeah, that was basically it. I did go more up to Monbetsu, where there's a seal station. I did take more photos, but I didn't include them here because I wanted to include photos mainly of landscape and building. If you want to see more private stuff of the trip, you should check out my Twitter. There's lots of documentation, also yummy food pictures. So you can check these out if you want. But yeah, since this was my first trip, anywhere alone, basically. Like I went there alone and met up with my travel buddy. I overpacked. I initially wanted to take my Konica Minolta, another old camera, but not a smaller camera, a bigger camera, and take more photos, but I couldn't because I overpacked my clothes. And also I didn't know what to take photos of, as this was my first kind of trip, like actually going somewhere that is cool. So yeah, I will definitely improve. I will clean my lens, for God's sake. I hate that there was this stain, the same shaped stain, on the flight to Japan. I don't know how I didn't notice. But it's not in every picture, that's okay. But yeah, I'll do better on my next trip. Hopefully. This wasn't all of my pictures. Of course, I did have more pictures. These were just like kind of the ones that stood out to me personally. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was in some way insightful and helpful. I apologize for my bad speaking skills, for my bad English and stuttering and not having the right word. But yeah, I would highly recommend you go to Aomori or Hokkaido. It's a very nice place. Please come. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and have a very good day. Bye bye.